God. Hold on, guys. Make sure my Bluetooth is off. YouTube, what's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. So listen, I've been getting a lot of questions. I get a lot of questions through private message. People email me. A lot of you guys already see what I'm doing, man. I am creating a great storm of wood floor maintenance. Man, we just came from Alabama Monday. You guys saw it on YouTube. Brand new floor. One thing about these floors, guys, these installers, these companies, pre-finished floors, basically something that's already pre-finished before it gets into the home. These type of floors are on the rise, and they're going to be creating a lot of opportunity for wood floor maintenance. Okay, I've gotten 2 calls today, brand new floors with glue on them. I'm going to look at one tomorrow in Stone Mountain. I got another one in Rome. So anyway, guys, listen, one of the -- questions I get, Courtney, how much does it cost to get into wood floor maintenance? Now let me tell you guys, I can't see, so let me make sure this is playing. All right, so I got, okay. So what I was about to say. Oh, so when it comes to wood floor maintenance, that's one of the main questions I get, Courtney, is what is the startup cost? What is the startup cost to get into wood floor maintenance? Guys, I will tell you, wood floor maintenance, someone who cleaned carpets for almost 20 years, the thing about wood floor maintenance, man, compared to carpet cleaning, like my carpet cleaning setup, my ProMaster brand new setup ran me almost 50 grand. I'm going to break down some numbers and show you guys how much you can get into wood floor maintenance. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing too, guys, for those who are really serious about getting into wood floor maintenance, I'm going to be again, I've already coached people, but really want to help others set up, like start from scratch, equipment, marketing, website. Those are things that I have a passion for. I actually got my SEO guy and my website, Kim Massengale, working on my website right now with some more landing pages. I got a lot of good sources. My guy John Brunn. But anyway, for those who, again, gonna get into that later, that want to really dial into wood floor maintenance, I'm also going to be helping and also offering my consultant, okay, to those that really want to get into it. Because I'm telling you guys, listen, I've been saying this for years, and a lot of people are starting to take heed, and a lot of people are starting to see, because again, a lot of these pre-finished floors, they can't be sanded. Luxury vinyl plank floors can't be sanded. These very thin engineered floors that they're putting into these homes, they can't be sanded. So it's 2 options. Number 1 is pull it out, replace it, which is very cost effective, or 2, save it to some type of degree. All right, so when it comes to wood floor maintenance, like I say, guys, when I got my full carpet cleaning setup, and that's just an average setup. Okay, now you can get some cheaper, but the one I got, brand new equipment, fully set up, ran me about 50 grand. Wood floor maintenance, guys, probably 20% of that to get started. And what's even crazier, the job average is about 8 to 10 times higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down, make sure you guys can see really good. Let me pull this up. And for those that ask me, Courtney, how much does it cost to get into wood floor maintenance? Guys, let's get to it. Now, I'm going to use a black marker, all right, make sure that I can see myself good on here, okay? So, all right, so I'm going to stand over here. So just the equipment alone, the 3 main pieces of equipment that you guys see me using. Number 1 is a 175 buffer. All right, buffer. Let's just say $1,000. Okay. Number two, the machine that I recommend, especially you get into deep cleaning of wood floors, luxury vinyl plank floors, any type of resilient floor, hardwood floors, is the Culture. Okay, I got multiple extractors, but the Culture is by far the king of them all, and I've used them all. Okay, I've had the Dirt Dragon, I've had the Lindhaus, I've had I got some of the Namcos. I got 5 Namcos, some of the Power Flights, but the Culture, the one you guys see me using the most, that is the king of floor extraction. Okay, so your Culture, all right. So let's just say Culture. You can, let's say you get a Culture. I have resources. You get you know, it depends. But you usually, let's just say 25. Let's say $2,800. Okay. Let's say 2.8K. So right now we're at $3,800. And then the number 3 main equipment you're going to need is a wet dry vac. Okay. So just say dry vac. That's basically your dry vac. Get a good one. Let's say a decent one for $5. Now you can get them cheaper, but I believe if you're gonna invest this type of money, go ahead and get you a good one. So with that being said, guys, just the main equipment alone, 28, 38, you're at $4,300 just for equipment. Okay, so let's just say, let's just keep it at 43. Now let's say by the time you get pads, you get pad drivers, you get some pads, you get some screens. Let's just bump it up to $4,500. All right. Okay. So $4,500 for your equipment and some accessories. All right. So again, a carpet cleaning extractor, a truck mount, a decent truck mount, gonna run you 3 times this already, right? So 4.5, your buffer, your Culture, your dry vac. That's your main expense, guys. Now you're gonna have your accessories. You're gonna need your rollers, you know, your flat mops, you know, again, more pads, your polyurethanes. So let's say by the time you get, let's say 2 cases of polyurethane to get started, your cleaners, your emulsifiers. So let's just say with your chemicals and your finishes. Okay. Okay. So let's say you start out chemicals, just starting out. Let's say you spend $500 on chemicals. And then let's say you spend $1,000 on some good some 2-component polyurethane. That's what I use, and that's what I recommend to my students. All right. So let's say you spend $1,000. All right. Boom. You're at $1,500. All right. So basically, 45, 15. Boom. $6,000. Still about the half of what it would cost you to get a truck mount. All right. So that's going to be your initial starting point for your chemicals, your pads, your screens, your pad. Again, I just said pads, your chemicals, and your finishers. And that's what and guys, if you watch my videos, you see what we do. Most of the jobs that we did, like Monday, we went to Alabama. We did that job Monday. All we did, guys, we used some emulsifier, special cleaning agents, NutriClean, and our Culture. That job took us less than 2 hours, $4,300. Because again, the builder told me himself, and I get this all the time, okay? And I get calls from around the country, and I refer them to some of my students in other states. The guy told me it would have cost him 35 grand to replace that floor. So which one you think they feel better paying? 4,300 or 35 grand? Simple, guys. So 6K. Now let's say if you're just starting out and you say, Courtney, listen, I'm just starting out. I want to start from scratch. I'm going to need a website. I'm going to need some marketing material. All right. What else? You're going to need someone to help you set those things up. And that's the type of person I am, guys. I like it if needed. Now, a lot of times if you're starting out, I tell people like this. When you are in business, you're going to pay two ways, either with money or time. So if you can't pay someone to do it for you, a lot of this stuff you're going to have to take your time and learn how to do it yourself. And I did that in the beginning. But as I start to expand and my resources and my finances got better, now I hire people to do those things for me. So it actually helps me save my time, and I can do more valuable things and more productive things with my time while I'm paying somebody else who really knows what they're doing in that field, okay? So let's say you say, Courtney, listen, I'm starting from scratch. I need a website, okay? I'm going to need some training, all right? I'm going to need some marketing. So let's say, right? So let's say now, let's come over here. So let's just say with marketing and training, consulting, let's say consulting. All right. So let's say your marketing material, your website is probably going to be your biggest expense. And I'll tell you guys like this. Your website, I get so many compliments. My website is like my selling point. I have people that will call me from, let's say, Google, Facebook, and I say, have you been to the website? They say, no. I said, well, just go to the website, do some research. They go to the website, they'll call back, wow, I like what I saw. Okay, so guys, remember, your website should do most of the selling for you. And if you have a great looking website, you have a lot of good content, a lot of good information, it's going to sell for you. I cannot tell you how many times people go to my website and they say, Courtney, man, you have a great website. We love the videos. We love the pictures, okay? So with your marketing, nice website, let's just say using, my resource, since they run you just a nice, decent website, $3K, okay? And then let's say you come out here, you train with me, you become one of my students, I consult with you. Again, I become your mentor in this process, all right? Now, it's structures. Now, there are some people who have joined my mentorship that lives in other countries. They say, Courtney, I'm not going to do the ride along, but I just want you as my mentor, and I want to be a part of your private group. There's people say, Courtney, I want to be part of your private group, and I want to come out and train with you. I actually got a son. I got Casey who's sending his son out next weekend to do a ride along with us, and he's been in my private group for about 4 months. And then, again, depending on your days that you want to come out here and train, all right? And eventually, what I'm going to start doing, guys, I'm actually going to start traveling to those who get into wood floor maintenance and come out to their jobs with them and train them on their own jobs. So that's something I'm also going to be implementing in my consulting and also doing in the future, because I love the travel and it's going to be really fun, right? So let's just say with your website, then you're going to need a Google My Business page. You're going to need, good platforms. You're going to need Instagram. You're going to need Facebook, because guys, remember, the name of the game in business when you have a home service is to be found, okay? So not only do you just want a website, because your website is just, again, that's just going to be your domain. So when people go to Twitter, when people go to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they click on your link, they click on your domain name, and it takes them to your website, all right? So also my marketing person can help you set that up with those different platforms. And let's say you come out here and you train with me. You say, Courtney, I want to come out and I want to train with you for 3 days and be part of your private group, all right? And I'm just throwing it out there. So let's just say 3 days, me become your trainer, $7,000, all right? So with marketing and training, we're at 10K, okay? So look at this, guys. 16, now, so 6, that's with your chemicals, your equipment, and then with your training, your marketing. And again, that's if you are really want to go. Now, I will say this. You can do it cheaper, okay? You don't have to get me for training. You can just go out there free wing it. You don't even have to use my marketing sources. You can go out there and get cheaper marketing, find people to do it cheaper. But these are just average numbers for those that follow how I did it. Okay. So let's say, guys, now check this out. This is where the magic. This is where the magic happens. So right now, you're about a $16,000 investment. All right, $16,000 investment. And this is where the magic happens. For my business, my wood floor training, my wood floor maintenance, our job average right now is about $2,800. But let's just say starting out, you don't charge as much as I charge because I do have a reputation. People do see what I do. But let's say my average student has a job average of $2,000. $2,000. So check this out, guys. With a $16,000 investment, let's say you do one job. Let's say once you get set up, now that's going to include some marketing dollars. Remember, guys, you got to pump money into your marketing, all right? But let's just say with a $16,000 investment, you do one job a week. Listen to what I'm telling you, all right? And I have guys that have proven this. I have guys, Mr. Bobby Shane. He came out and rode with me for a whole week, met me at Janelink to start buying this equipment, $10,000, just to be in my private group and my week's worth of training. Then he went out there and bought the equipment, right? And he spent about this in equipment by $6,000. Guys, Bobby told me, and he's put it on some of my private groups, and he also put in Cleaners Connect. He said he ended up doing almost $30,000 in revenue in less than 4 months. Okay, 4 months, right? So let's say if you have a job average, you get into this business, wood floor maintenance, and you have a job average of $2,000. You do one job a week. Do the math, guys. It's simple. All you need is 8 jobs, which means you can make your return on investment back of $16,000 back in 8 weeks, which is 2 months. Look at that, guys. So what you tell me, this is why wood floor maintenance is, I'm telling you guys, it is so profitable. When you look at any other service that you can get in at again, I'm just sticking to what I put it out here, a $16,000 investment, and make your investment back doing one job a week at a $2,000 job average. And I have guys telling me this all the time. One of my students, Lane, he just went and did a job that I referred him to in Texas. Again, brand new floor. They could not get the glue substance up. He never did it before. This is why coaching and mentorship is so important, because I see a lot of guys that have gone out there and messed floors up because they just try to free wing it. They try to go to YouTube University, right? And again, guys, I'm telling you, what you see on YouTube most of the time, I refer it to like that when you go to the movies and you see those, what do they call those not pay-per-views, the ones I hate missing. You guys know, before you watch the initial movie, the little snippets they show you of other movies, right? That's what you see on YouTube. You do not see the whole process, and this is why so many people get into these services, even homeowners. They go to YouTube, they try to see what other people are doing it, and they try it, and sometimes, guys, they mess it up and they make it worse than what it already is. And I have a lot of guys that have come to me after they have messed up the floors, and I'm like, bro, there's really nothing I can do for you, because you have to remember one thing about wood floor maintenance. And I had a Sandy guy tell me this about 3-4 months ago. And he told me, he said, Courtney, I'm not going to lie. At first, I was one of those guys that was knocking you because all we do is sand and install floors. He said, but once I really start paying attention to what you was doing, he said, I really have to give you credit. Because why? Listen to what he told me. He said, when we sand the floor, we're just going straight down to back to raw wood. He said, you guys, when you are maintaining the floor, you're basically preserving a floor from being sanded or replace. He said, Courtney, there's a lot of value in that, and you actually should be charging just as much as us, because not only are you preserving the floor, but you're also saving the client so much time, okay, and inconvenience. Because guys, you know, when you sand the floor, a job that can take us 5 or 6 hours will probably take my sanding guy 5 or 6 days, okay? So again, this is one thing about the wood floor maintenance is it's so profitable, but you also are saving your clients not only money, but also time, all right? Guys, let me look around just to see how many people watching. Okay, I got 14 people watching. Let me move this camera up just a little bit. All right, and guys, you can see some of the equipment I got. You guys see how I'm rolling, okay? My two maintenance trucks right here, all right? See all and I gotta order some more finish. Just had a whole bunch of rollers come in right here this morning, all right? So, you know, and this is just starting out. So this is the thing, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm telling you, wood floor maintenance is the future. It is the future. I met with Shaw when I was in Vegas. I've been talking to a lot of these reps. When I went to Alabama Monday, I actually went to the store where she bought her floors from, and even the guys that work there and the managers told me, said, Courtney, we're barely pushing carpet. Most of the floors that we're selling now is pre-finished floors. And guys, again, with pre-finished floors, they can't be sanded. Okay, so again, what are your two options? Replace it or maintain it. So this is the thing, guys, you have to realize. Wood floor maintenance, the cost. My carpet cleaning, even when I stopped cleaning carpets, going on 3 years, yeah, and in the end of this year, I would be 3 months retired from carpet cleaning, all right? And even when I stopped cleaning carpets, guys, my job average 3 years ago was about $320. That's really good for a carpet cleaning job average, but I have guys that have got into wood floor maintenance under my teaching. I have guys that have gotten under into wood floor maintenance under my teaching and have completely stopped cleaning carpets. So their equipment, so their truck mounts, because this is what they told me. They said, Courtney, all I need is 1 or 2 jobs a week, 1 to 2 jobs a week at an average of $2,000. And what it takes me to do 12, 15, 20 carpet cleaning jobs, I can make that same revenue. I can make that same revenue with 1 or 2, one maintenance job. Because of why? I know the numbers. These companies that run these CRM systems, Service Monster, House Call Pro, the reason why they have these systems because they can also gauge the national job average. Guys, don't you know the national job average for carpet cleaning is about $200, which means it would take a carpet cleaner 10 jobs just to gross this. Now, listen what I'm telling you, gross. Look at all the driving he has to do. Look at all the stops he has to do, okay? Look at all the chemicals he has to use, all right? The wear and tear, cranking that van up, cutting it off, cranking it, even if you're using a portable, pulling that equipment out, put it back in the truck. Go to job 2, pull that equipment out, put it back in the truck. Pull that equipment off, put it back. I was that guy. I know, guys. So when you see me doing this and breaking this down, I'm doing it from another world that I used to be in. And that's why I say, even with the initial setup, with carpet cleaning, guys go out here and spend 40, 50 grand just in a truck mount setup, okay? Just in the equipment. That's not even the accessories, their towel spinners, their vacuums, all the little gadgets, you know, stuff like that. That's not including their marketing, their training, okay? That's just the equipment. So with wood floor maintenance, your cost of startup with training, with marketing, is still about 25% less than a carpet cleaning setup by itself. Like I said, when I got my ProMaster, which I still got it, that whole setup cost me 50 grand. That was just the truck mount and the truck. Okay, and the truck was brand new, but again, that's 50 grand. But that wasn't even including all the accessories and stuff I had to add to it. All right. So this is what I'm telling you. So basically, this is just to answer the question of Courtney, how much does it cost to get into wood floor maintenance? All right. Now, let's say if you are a person that's already in the industry, and let's say you might already be a carpet cleaner, 9 times out of 10, most of you guys will probably already have a buffer 175. So that scratches $1,000 right there. Okay. Most of you don't have a culture. Your biggest expense is going to be the culture. Okay. But that machine, it again, 1-2 good jobs, it'll pay for itself just with 1 or 2 good jobs, guys. I have wax removal jobs that we have did for $3,000-$4,000 just removing wax from floors. Okay. And this is the thing, guys say, Courtney, why people pay you so much? Well, who said it was much? See what I'm saying, guys? This is how we got to start thinking like business people, like entrepreneurs. When a client gets a bill, a invoice to sand a floor for $8,000-$10,000, trust me, guys, and with the cost of inflation, the cost of wood, I have clients, I have given them quotes. I have done jobs for screen or recoat, just say $3,000, right? Because our job average right now is about $2,800. But let's just say $2,800 for a screen and recoat. I have clients that have told me, Courtney, we got a price just to sand the floor and with the material, the quarter round, because again, when you screen and recoat, we don't have to remove the quarter round. When they sand the floor, they have to remove the quarter round. I have clients that have told me, Courtney, just the quarter round it alone was about the same price if you just doing a screen or recoat. See what I'm saying? So when people say, well, Courtney, $3-4 grand for just to remove wax, but yeah, but guess what? When that client tells me, well, Courtney, yeah, let's do that. When can you get started? You know why they're saying it so fast? Because they have gotten a invoice, they have gotten a estimate to replace the floors. 20,000. Like, guys, you think sanding is not compared to replacing, especially an engineered floor that's glued down. The price, my job, the job at a $2,000 job maintenance would cost that just ripping the engineered floors out. I know this because I network with these guys. Because again, every floor can't be saved, every floor can't be maintained, right? So I do have resources. I have partners that I network with. And I say, listen, ma'am, Miss Jones, unfortunately, we can't save these floors. They need to be replaced. Courtney, I mean, guys, it is. I mean, again, we're not magicians, but this service right here, it is so well needed. I mean, guys, I get calls from around the country. And eventually, I want to start franchising the Truman name, because this name, Truman, it's starting to carry a lot of value and a lot of weight when it comes to wood floor maintenance, you know. So I just want to say to those who ask, how much does it cost to get into wood floor maintenance? This is going to be a good starting point, about 15-16 grand. All right, that's with equipment, that's with marketing, and that's with training. And that's only if you do it this way. Okay, it doesn't have to be this much, but guys, again, I just broke it down to you and told you, even with a $2,000 job average, you're making your investment back. Doing 1 job a week, you're making your investment back in 8 weeks. What kind of return? Come on, man. 8 weeks, less than a quarter of the year, you have the opportunity. I have guys, man, I'm telling you, all right, I can show you guys screenshots where guys say, Courtney, just this week alone, I've made $7,000. My guy Thomas, out of he was out in Vegas with me, all right. He's out of Phoenix. He came out about 1.5 years ago. That's about when Scobie came on full time. He came out with one of his workers and to do their ride along, all right. And he was in my group for about 4 months. Came out, did his ride along. This guy went back, his first job. This is what I'm telling you guys. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be for everybody, but this is just giving you some idea. His first screen or recoat, 2-day job, $11,000. My buddy Ra Daniels, he's up in Illinois. He said when he just added his first hardwood. No, he just bought a whole new hardwood. He has 2 maintenance trucks now. He just showed it in the private group. his first year, and didn't even do the ride along, just came under my training and joined my private group and allowed me to be his mentor, right? His first year, he added $90,000 to his business. I have guys I ask when they come under my training, well, how much did you add this year to your bottom line? 30,000, 45,000, okay, 50,000. It's usually, I'm gonna say it's usually between about 40 to maybe 60,000. Rah was at 90. But again, guys, that's just the opportunity that you have. So I just want to say for those, I'm really, guys, I'm so passionate about wood floor maintenance. Again, I clean carpets for 19 years. And people ask me all the time, Courtney, why did you stop cleaning carpets? Guys, like anything in life, I just got burnt out. It just got boring to me. It wasn't a challenge anymore. And I started to lose my passion. And when I noticed that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I started half-stepping, half-assing on my clients' jobs, and they're paying me premium prices, but I wasn't giving them a premium performance. And that's when I said, you know what, Courtney, we gotta stop. We gotta stop, because you're going against your morals, and also too, it's not going to get any better. And that's when the beginning of 2021, I bought this truck right here. Let me show you guys. Let me close the door. So you guys see my setup. So that's just the numbers, all right. So this is the first truck I bought right here, all right, brand new. And guys, again, man, now this, we do got a lot of stuff in these trucks, all right. This is the one that Scobie rides, all right. So he do need to strain it up, but this is the truck, no truck mounts. And if you look on both of our trucks, we got the same pieces of equipment that I just showed you guys. Oh, where's his buffer? Where's his buffer? Oh, he must have took it off the truck. But again, your buffer, 175. Well, that's a dual speed, but that's not one you have to start off with. The culture right here, wet dry vac, and his buffer usually sits right here. Same thing in my truck, guys. Same thing in my truck. My buffer, my extractor right there, and my vacuum, and that's it. And everything else is just accessories. And we have a $2,800 job average, all right? And I'm telling you, man, I'm so glad that God put me in this position, because you know what's funny? I'm gonna flip this around, guys. You gonna sit in my office. How do I flip this around? Here we go. You know what's funny? I cannot tell you how many guys told me, Courtney, you're a good man, because there's no way I would be teaching people how to do this, all right? And the reason why, guys, I call that selfishness, because there's enough out here for everybody. And when you have something that you can help somebody with, and you guys who follow me know I've always been that way, that's where your true blessings come, okay? It's being a blessing to others. When I hear my guys that come under me and they train, they get their first job, and they call me full of excitement, they're texting me pictures. Courtney, I just did my first screen of Recoat, man. $2,200, $2,000. And you can just hear how excited they are, because again, most of us who are carpet cleaners, we know how hard we have to work to make $2,000 cleaning carpets. But when you can do that with one job, and again, man, screen or recoating, wax removal, it's so fun to me. It's kind of therapeutic. It just puts you in a different mindset. So like I said, man, my future, that a lot of you guys know, is coaching, consulting. I eventually want to go out to other companies and help them set this up and teach them, again, teaching people on their own jobs. I've actually had some of my members call me and say, Courtney, if I ever get a job that I don't feel comfortable doing, can I fly you out and you can help me on the job and we can split the profits? Of course, that's something I want to eventually start doing, in my journey. And wood floor maintenance, like I say, it is on the rise, and it's going to continue to rise because the issues that comes with these pre-finished floors, engineered floors, luxury vinyl plank floors, the only option they have is to replace it because you can't sand it. And when you can save somebody's floors for a fraction of the price of replacing, guys, there's a lot of value in that. I mean, there's a lot of value in that, and you would just be a superhero to people. I mean, I literally have builders when they are setting up these appointments with me and they're sending me these pictures. They're like, Courtney, are you sure? Are you sure you can save these floors, man? Are you sure? Because why? In the back of their head, they're thinking they're about to come out the pocket again, 25, 30, 40, 50. The job, did you guys remember that job I did about 3 months ago up in Greenville, South Carolina? They was quoted $90,000 to replace that floor. Why? Because now they are gluing engineered floors onto a wood subfloor. Okay, where before you would nail down a site finish floor and you would finish it on site. Well, these builders now, they're getting they're basically cutting. I'm not saying they're cutting corners, but they're keeping their expenses down because they can probably get a pre-finished floor, with all with a builder's price for $2 a square foot, and then pay a local installer to install it for $1. That's $3 a square foot, where a site finish floor might cost them $2 a square foot, just a site finish raw floor. Then they got to pay someone to install it. That might be another $1. Okay, then they got to pay someone to finish it. That might be another $2. So they're basically saving $3-4 a square foot going straight pre-finish, a floor that's already finished from the manufacturer, and just have it glued down, then bringing in a raw wood. Then again, you have to still install it, then you still have to sand it, then you still have to finish it on site. So that's the difference, guys, when we say pre-finish and site finish. Pre-finish is already finished. It just needs to be installed. Okay, it's been coated, it's been the design or the wood layer has been already put on it. Where site finish basically means it's raw, it's in its raw form. They then usually put it in the garage and let it settle so it can expand, and then they install it, and then they finish it on site, and that's more cost effective. I mean, it's more costly, okay, to the whoever, okay, than a pre-finished floor. So that's the difference, and that's why we're seeing so many pre-finished floors on the rise. And the more we see pre-finished floors on the rise, the more of these issues that's going to be needed. Again, those factory finishes are eventually going to start wearing down. People are going to look back 2-3 years and they say, "Where's I remember when I got my floors installed and it was nice and pretty and it was shiny, but now it looks dull because that factory finish has started to wear off." Well, guess what? We can recoat factory finished floors using the proper floor finishes, and that's just the future of wood floor maintenance. So anyway, YouTube, that's my little spiel, man. Hopefully this video can help somebody and just give you a little enlightenment on wood floor maintenance and the cost of getting into these amazing opportunity. I have a Zoom class coming up for those who just want to get like a simple fundamentals of what it takes, and some of these skills and some of the things that I use in wood floor maintenance. October 22nd. Right now I have about 12 people signed up. Probably take about maybe 10 more. That class is $600. If you're interested, you can email me or just message on this video and say Zoom, interested in Zoom, and I will send you my email address for your information. And again, if you ever decide you want this opportunity, okay, you want this opportunity and you want to be a part of it, guys, again, email me, message me, say, "Courtney, I'm interested. I'd love to talk to you more about it, and I'll see how we can work together," because this is something I'm going to be doing in my future, because I have the right guy, Scobie. He can basically do this by himself. He got his brothers now, and it's just helping me set myself up for my new journey in teaching and consulting with people and businesses. So anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I just did some admin work today. I wanted to do this video, and tomorrow again I gotta go look at a brand new floor. Lady just had installed with glue on it. She said, Courtney, they cannot get this glue off. Find me on YouTube, and I'm gonna go give her an estimate. And I got another one tomorrow, and then be back at it Friday, Saturday with 2 screening recoats. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. See you in the next one.